Former President Donald J. Trump has been unrivaled in one metric since he came on the scene in 2015, and it's the metric that's most important to him, and that is crowd size.
Well, thank you.
Now, for the first time, he's up against a Democratic challenger who seems, at least for now, able to get commensurate crowd sizes with ease.
Thank you, everybody.
This has very clearly rattled him on a deep level, and while it might seem like a trivial matter, I think it actually speaks to a very important part of Trump's psyche.
I've spoken to the biggest crowds. Nobody's spoken to crowds bigger than me.
He's so unsettled by the fact that she is able to draw these crowds that he's accusing her of cheating. He falsely claimed that she had cooked up some sort of artificial intelligence images that showed a larger crowd than she had. This was obviously not a true claim by a mile. Mr. Trump's new rivals are keenly aware of this fixation of his.
It's not as if anybody cares about crowd sizes or anything.
It's apparent to them that they're under Trump's skin. The numbers game has always been of paramount importance to him, dating back to his ratings as a reality TV star or when he would appear on Larry King. That led into his political life. His very first day as president was consumed with this issue, alleging that his inaugural had bigger crowds than the Women's March. This was clearly not true. You know, we see this behavior pattern still to this day. He said at his Mar-a-Lago press conference last week that his crowds on January 6th in Washington were as big as Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. And that's clearly not true and is apparent to anyone who even looks at two side-by-side images. The origin of this latest cycle with him obsessing on crowd size began earlier this month when Kamala Harris threw her first big rally in Atlanta, and Mr. Trump threw one in the very same arena later that week. And he spent the first minute of his rally fuming about the crowds that she was able to draw there.
The crowd she got was because she had entertainers.
He said one very revealing thing at the rally in Atlanta, which is that, you know, when he looks out and he sees all these people in the crowds.
I mean, look at the love and adulation and applause, because this is like a poll.
He says, I don't need to have a pollster when you get this kind of crowd. I think that probably connects back to 2016 when the political establishment did not take his rallies and the enthusiasm for him there as seriously as they should have, and they were shocked by his victory. For him to see a Democrat able to finally draw the same number of people as he can, I think it really undoes his logic where if he is not a singular phenomenon in this metric anymore, what does that mean?